Yeah, Stephen Taylor's obviously rejoined the team after being in quarantine. Can you just tell us, like how he's kind of, I guess, come out of that, and whether he'll be in contention to play this weekend, or is that a bit too early?
Tails got out Thursday. He joined the group yesterday, so he did some parts with the team, and then he did his own stuff. And for me, firstly, I think we're going to need to get some sort of load into his legs by him sitting in a hotel room for 2 weeks. Doesn't help, but it'll be difficult for us to throw him in the deep end straight away, after 2 sessions and straight into a game. So what we're planning to do is to at least give him, 5 days of some load in the legs, and then hopefully we can have him available for the victory game.
How much of a boost does he just give the team, though? He's obviously a pretty charismatic guy, got lots of experience and a bit of a character around the dressing room. So has his presence kind of given a boost to the team, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think the boys are happy to see Tails again. He was very influential for us last season. He was our captain last season. So, he's someone that the boys already know. So it's great to have him back.
Yeah, and Louis obviously had to pull out in the warm-up of the last game. How's he come out of the last week, and is he available for this game?
Yeah, he's come out very good. He missed the one session this week, and he joined in yesterday, and he'll join in today as well. So it's been a miraculous recovery for Louis, which is very not normal, because once he's out for a long time, Louis. But he's back and he's available for selection.
Yeah, so does that give you a few selection headaches then? I guess in the central midfield, obviously Cammy got that awesome goal on Monday night. So, yeah, I guess you've got a tough selection to make there.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where, Alex would have started as a 6 in that game if Louis didn't get injured in the warm-up, and we had to put him as a right back. So at the end of the day, it's not fair to Alex as well if I, shove him out because Cammy scored a great goal for us, and for me, I think Alex and Clayton have done a good job so far, and I think we'll continue down that path.
And I guess in terms of other selection stuff, Tomo came on and got a goal and almost got you an equaliser as well. Has he done enough to break into the starting 11?
Well, the plan was to, like I said, it's one of those ones where we need him to play and we need him to get match minutes. I think he got 30 or so minutes against Western Sydney, and the only way we can build him up is by playing minutes. So, for us, I think against Brisbane, we'll start with Tomo. We'll go as far as he can go because, if we want to get something out of Tomo this season, he needs to get minutes into his legs, and we need to play him.
Yeah. So how much confidence do you think it kind of gives him just by getting that penalty on Monday night? I'm sure any striker wants to kind of get their first goal and open their account.
Yeah, it's very important for strikers to score goals, and that would have taken a lot of load off him by scoring the penalty. And like I said in my press, it shows a lot of character of our boys, and Uli leaving the penalty for Tomo to take to build that confidence. So yeah, strikers want to score goals, and hopefully he will grow and he will build confidence. And it's disappointing that his goal was disallowed for offside. He would have had 2 goals in that game, and hopefully that could build his momentum.
Yeah, just a final one for me before I pass over to Piney. I guess after you concede 4 goals, how much, work-ons do you have at a defensive end after that game?
No, it's not just the defensive side of things. I look at the goals that we conceded, and I spoke to the boys about it as well. We score 3 away goals. Generally, when you score 3 away goals, you win a game. We can't concede 4 goals. And there's a few little individual errors that are hurting us, that have hurt us a lot this season as well. But unfortunately, that's the players that we have, and we need to make them better, and we need to understand them and how to stop those areas that are hurting us. So, we focus on both sides of it. We know we've got a good attacking threat with the players that we have, and we will score goals. And we just got to make sure that when we don't have the ball, where in the past 2 games against Newcastle and Perth, where we defended as a team, and I think we need to continue to do that.
Awesome, thanks.
Thank you.
If we're just back onto Tomo, if you can get the minutes into his legs that you're after, do you have faith that he has the quality to be what you need him to be out there?
Yeah, look, he's a different player to what we have, different attributes to our other strikers, and he gives us a bit of presence in the box. He gives us a bit of an outlet, especially when we're playing out from the back or going from goal kicks. He gives us that presence, and And like I said, strikers want to score goals, and hopefully that he can build on that. And he's a different type of player. And you look at what he did against Western Sydney. He brought in a lot of players where we, where we did break lines and stuff like that. So for us, I think he's going to be a very important player, and the most importantly, he needs the minutes in his legs.
Josh Sotirio come off the bench, didn't he? Is he okay? He's on track for where you want him to be?
Yeah, Josh is all good. Josh has been training with the group, so he's available, which is great for us. And besides Luke at the moment, everyone's available except for obviously Tails from coming out of quarantine.
And when Stephen Taylor is fit, obviously, as Phil mentioned, you've got some selection issues all around the place. You're going to have to, if indeed Stephen starts, you're going to have to break up. Well, it's been a pretty good partnership really between Tim Payne and Liam McGing thrown together, I guess, against your expectations. Is that a selection issue for you as well?
I think it's a good thing, those two players now that Tails is in the background coming through. So, it's a big opportunity for them against Brisbane to showcase what they can do and cement their spot. And if Tails comes in, who's going to partner with Tails?
And as far as the schedule you have, it's one of those 3 games in a week situation. Do you have to consider that tomorrow night, or will you more consider that Wednesday and next Sunday?
I think the most important thing is we get a result against Brisbane. We get the 3 points, and then see how the players pull up after that, and then we make a decision for what we do on Wednesday night.
Cool. That's all I've got, mate. Thank you.
Thank you.
I've just got a couple more, I guess. What have you made with just Brisbane Roar in general this season? I think it's 6 games I've gone without a win, and I've kind of only scored 2 goals during that period, but did have a pretty promising start. So, what have you made of the team under Warren Moon?
Yeah, I think Brisbane is still a very good team. They've got some very good players. I think McDonald is still out with injury at the moment. I think that's hurting them as well. But you got to understand that they played most of their games that they won at home early in the season, where there was no travel involved, and now they have to travel. So, it's football is the same. You win a few games on the trot, you build that momentum, and you try to keep that momentum going. At this stage, they're in a position where they're not winning, and it's not easy to get out of. And you got to keep the belief within that team. But I still believe they have some really good players that can hurt you if you allow them to play football. But look, our focus is always on us and what we do, Phil, at the end of the day.
Yeah, does much change with the game being played up in Newcastle? Or are you guys just going to go up on game day, or are you already there?
Never go on game day. No, we're not going to go on a 3-hour bus trip and then play a game of 90 minutes, mate. We'll head up today before the game.
Yeah, and I know it was something we've asked for a few weeks around just the academy players. Was there any kind of clarity around where the guys were going to end up coming over and joining the team?
Yeah, we haven't gone that path because obviously we've signed Tails and we've had a few of the boys come back from injury as well. So it was one of those ones if we could still get through the season with currently the players that we have. But we'll look at it again if something does happen. Hopefully nothing does happen with our players. And currently there's no thought process of bringing any players over at this stage.
Yeah, no, that's all good. Cool. Thanks for all that.
Just one more from me, if I could, or Phil, it just occurred to me. With the possibility of the Trans-Tasman bubble opening, there's more and more talk about that potentially happening in the next little while. Would there be an opportunity perhaps for some games at Sky Stadium?
I think that's one for Gilly, where I think the club is very excited if that does open up. And for me, I'd love to come back to Wellington and play a game in front of our home fans. I think that's something that we've dearly missed this season. And I'm hoping our fans back at home have missed us as well. So, if we get an opportunity to come and play a couple of games, whether we play one in Auckland or whether we play one in Wellington, mate, we're up for it straight away.
Terrific. Thanks, mate.
Thank you.